Wow, because of the time, so we have about 12 minutes more. So we are now looking at the reasonable grounds for breakup. The reasons why people give for divorce is significantly different or varies from one when it comes to breakup. Okay, because at least in a relationship setting, we are not married, so commitment varies in stages. Marriage is the highest form of commitment. Okay, however, you may be in a relationship dynamic and you may not know when is it right for me to terminate or end this relationship. Now I even appreciate you ending and not breaking the relationship. That means you settle the separation peacefully. Okay. You don't just stand up and send the person a text message, I'm done with you. No. You meet up with the person, you explain things to the person for the person to understand. There are certain situations, and hopefully you've sought for counsel and done all that you need to do. There are certain situations where the person may be stubborn or maybe difficult letting you go because of the value you bring to them or because of how attached they are to you in the situation. Sometimes you may need to put in certain boundaries, but you must at all costs make sure that you ended the relationship and you didn't break the relationship. Okay. Now, the reasonable grounds for breakup are categorized into three. Okay, there are minor defects or minor reasons, and there are massive reasons, then there are major reasons. Okay. So the first one is the minor reasons or what I call relational issues. Okay. These things are not reasons why you should break up with someone. Um, just having a conversation with them and hopefully they are teachable. So having a supportive and a constructive conversation with them, we can work around these things and shouldn't amount to breakup whatsoever. I know for melancholics and perfectionists like myself, you always want things a certain or a particular way. So if that is not being done, you feel you can't handle this, you can't deal with this, please, you can deal with this. Okay. So your case is maybe their table manners is not something good. Please, you can buy a book about table manners for them, or you can teach them. Okay. Constructively and humbly. Okay. Maybe they eat loud. When they are eating, they make noise everywhere or they snore. Maybe you may not know about the snoring part until you guys are married anyway, but snoring cannot be a reasonable ground to divorce. Or they yawn loudly or they belch. I don't know, like my partner will say. Some people, when you belch, it's like their whole world is crumbling down. And especially when you do it without saying "excuse me," "excuse you," or when you spit around, there are some quirks like people. It aches them, or you grind your teeth, foot dragging, or occasional untidiness. And I'm not talking about laziness here, okay? Or the person laughs loud, and it can be very annoying. The person is disorganized, or has a poor sense of, or has a poor dress sense. Please, these things they are relational issues that can be dealt with. They are not foundational issues for you to go and end the relationship. If this person ticks all other important boxes, and there may be some few things listed here that comes with the person, please, you can work around it. Hopefully, the person is teachable, and through constructive conversation and you be patient with them, we can work this thing around. Okay, but then there is a massive defect, and this massive defect it may include you discussing it with the person, seeing if they can do something about it before you eventually marry them. Because in the long haul, they can have a significant impact on the happiness or the joy in the marriage. Okay. So you want to discuss it with them and ask yourself whether you can truly deal with them. If you can't, be honest with yourself. Okay. But again, you need to be mindful of the fact that these are not legitimate reasons why you let someone very important go. However, if you know you can't deal with them, fine, be honest with yourself. But if they are going to be a problem, they are not foundational issues. They cannot lead to a divorce, or they are not reasonable grounds for divorcing someone. That is why I'm taking you through the relationship aspect. However, you need to have a constructive conversation, involve counselors and mentors, and make sure they are improving before you can, take it to the next level. So something like they not having a prayer life, if faith is important to you, or you can't rely on them, you can't trust that they'll come through for you for something they've said. They say something today, and the following day they are doing something else. They say something today, but they don't go according to their words, or they are stingy, they are foodies. Okay, that means they don't have a level of discipline when it comes to their food or their eating habits. They are selfish, they don't care, or they don't have empathy. Okay, they are not able to manage a household. They are excessively attached to their parents or their siblings, or they struggle to make a priority. They are not hospitable, they are not open, they are not transparent, they spend anyhow, they are inconsistent, poor time management, but yeah, so poor time management and poor money management. They don't attend church regularly and similar issues. So with this kind of issues, let's talk about it. Let's put structures in place to start seeing improvements. Because if you are going to marry someone with some of these defects, then you are going to ask yourself, in case they don't change, can you handle it? Are you okay with it? If you are not, then let's work around it, because like I said, it can significantly impact the quality of your marriage, okay, if you don't deal with these things because of time. So this is an aspect, a chapter in one of my books I've written. Hopefully we'll be publishing them, then we can I've breaking a lot of things down so you can understand it better, okay. Then there is the master defect or the foundational one. So for these ones, I wouldn't advise or advocate anyone to enter into marriage or even quality relationship with this person if they've not handled these things very constructively. And as much as possible, sometimes if they are not really self-aware and they can't take inventory of these things, massa, you really go through hell if you find yourself in this situation. Okay. If the person is an unbeliever, unbeliever in terms of faith, unbeliever in terms of your value, unbeliever in terms of your principles, I don't think this person is right for you. Okay. So when I say unbeliever, I'm not talking about a believer and someone who is not a Christian and a non-Christian only. I'm saying the person is an unbeliever when it comes to your principles. The person is an unbeliever when it comes to your faith. So your faith, your values, and your principles don't align, please, because values shape us a lot. Our religion, our faith shapes who we are as individuals. A lot of character flaws or defects, or the presence or the absence of character is greatly embedded in the belief system of an individual. So if your belief system are not aligned, then you need to advise yourself, okay. They are not emotionally intelligent and self-aware. Please, these people are going to drag you to hell. Trust me. I've counseled some. They are going to drag you to hell. There are people who have issues, but they don't know they have issues. Those ones, they are distorting your reality. They are telling you are the problem. When you have brought the issue to them, something they have done clearly, then they are shocked that you are saying they did that. Me, I said this. Oh, no, 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 I can't say this. Like, they are shocked. When you even send a recording to them, they are like, oh, this cannot be you. So they always find a way to gaslight you. Such people are not self-aware. So there are four stages. People who are having issues, yeah, they don't know they are having issues. There are those who are having issues and they know they have issues, but they are not doing anything to resolve the issues. Then there are those who are having issues and they are putting in the work and the system to deal with the issues. Okay. Then there are people who are really working on their issues. Please, this level, I'm talking about someone who has issues, anger issues, temper issues, whatever the issue may be, lack of value, integrity, faithfulness, loyalty, commitment issues, but they don't even know. They are not even seeing it. Like, you are wrong, cry. Like, for you to bring this up, you are in the wrong. Please, these people are not emotionally intelligent. They are not self-aware. And you do yourself a great disservice to be with them. They are not teachable. They don't want to grow. How you meet them where they are, that is where they are. So I made a video on YouTube that do people really switch up on you, or you were refusing to grow? Because again, as young as we are, when we enter into a relationship, we don't people accept you not with the mindset that you be where you are forever. No. Ask our ladies, they will tell you they love you for who you are and for where you are. Not only where you are, but where you are going. So please, on your mask, please let me still see some improvements and changes. But if this person is not teachable, they are standard. They want to be at where they are. They don't want to improve. They don't want to learn. They don't want to be novel, innovative, and grow with you. They can really be a hell of a challenge in your marriage. Sometimes, they now become intimidated. That's like you achieving your career goals, your vision, your purpose, and all, and they are just where they are, and they're even trying to pull you down. They are trying to give you reasons why all these things you are doing, they are not important, or it won't amount to anything, or let's just stay where we are. Please, if this person is not teachable, you can't correct them. They can't just keep quiet and listen to you, share a concern you are having, and they will not work on them. Please, if this person is not humble enough to learn, please advise yourself. If there is lack of trust, there is lack of commitment in the situation, please, you are not in a relationship if the foundation of trust and commitment is not anchoring both of you, okay. If there's a complete lack of vision in this person's life or initiative, this person doesn't know where they are going and what they are doing in their life. They wake up, they go by the direction of the wind, where the wind, except you are like them, then maybe to work for both of you, even though I don't advise it, but both of you will need to work on them. Lying, stealing, unforgiveness, unfaithfulness, like this person cheats on you. We need to address a lot of things in that way. Uncontrollable temper or strife, violence, drug abuse, irresponsibility, always living or putting the burden on you for you to carry. They are manipulative, verbally or physically abusive, outrightly disrespectful. They don't value you. Please, you need to advise yourself. Okay, these reasons that I give and the other forms, the other reasonable grounds I gave, like the previous two I gave, may not be reason why you actually divorce someone. May not be. Okay, so you need to open your eyes and really shine your eyes, because the reason for breaking up may not be as significant than the reason for divorce. Because when it comes to divorce, now a lot is at stake. That is why you popularly hear a broken marriage, a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. A broken relationship, yes, is better than, yes, because the marriage, when it comes to marriage, a lot of things are at stake, legal issues and family issues, and a lot of things are at stake. So if these things are significant in your relationship now, then we need to have a conversation. If we need to involve a counselor, then let's do so. Because when it comes to marriage, then you can reasonably give up on your partner if they commit adultery. Okay, and even with that, if you still want to stay, you can still stay. If this person threatens your life, in most cases, it is physical abuse, because the verbal and the emotional ones, they are consequential, but they cannot be reasonable grounds for you to say you are divorcing someone, except they are threatening your life. That is why you need to shine your eyes. Okay, there can be abandonment. So this person has left you for years and they don't want to continue this thing with you. You have the grounds to divorce. Or bigamy, where they are married to you and they legally go and marry someone else. The court also gives the reasonable grounds for you to divorce such an individual. But you divorce it as adultery, not as bigamy. But bigamy is the legal term that this person is married to you and has also legally gone to marry someone else. Okay. But in all these things, reconciliation is still possible. Reconciliation is still allowed. In the presence of these things, you can still, maybe through counseling, through prayers, through strategic structures and all, you can deal with these issues. However, like I said, shine your eyes from here, because the master defects that I just mentioned are the very things that will later manifest in the adultery. Because if this person is a cheat, unfaithful, not loyal, of course they are going to cheat on you in marriage. If they are already verbal and threatening in the previous before marriage, of course in marriage they are going to threaten your life and all of that, because you can't trust them and all of that.